I kinda start liking these kind of videos here in the car, these kind of vlogs. So let's do another one today, shall we? Hello everyone, I hope you are all good and welcome back to this video. It's not gonna be a camera review, and it's gonna be just like the continuity of what I've been saying the last couple of days. By the way, I really thank you a lot for your likes and comments and participation and engagement on the previous video. This is really important to me to keep creating content and to keep showing you stuff and to keep sharing my thoughts with you, because this is what the community is all about. It's not about just showing gears, but also being like close and making a bond like a real community. This is what is most important in this situation. And of course there will be always people who will disagree with that, who will think that this is trash, who will think that this is not what they want to see on YouTube. And I totally understand. This is why we prefer YouTube these days. This is why YouTube is taking too much place in our daily life these days, because we are free to choose whatever we want to watch and stop whatever we don't want to watch at any time, or and leave our comments, our thoughts, that we cannot do on any TV program, for example, or on any TV show or something. So this is a part of the game, and I totally understand that. This is a part of the challenge, and I totally agree with that. When I started making my YouTube videos about 4 years ago, by the way, on December 21st, it's gonna be the 4th year. I won't be here in France. I'll be in Lebanon for the Christmas holiday with the family, but I'll try to make something to tell you what I've been doing there and how was this journey for years, and so on and so forth. But anyway, so this is the game of YouTube. This is something that we expect, or we should expect, when we start exposing ourselves, whether YouTube or any other social platform. Test. It's happening. It looks like the mic battery died on me now. I forgot to charge it. I charged the camera but not the mic, and yeah, that's a shame. This is a part of the game once again, but I'm sure that this Insta360 Go Ultra will get a good audio because it has good internal microphones. And this is a part of the vlogging scenes where you go out and you forget to charge your batteries, or you think that you charged the batteries, but unfortunately they were not plugged, or anyway. So what I was saying is that being online and exposing your face online is a part of the total game, the full game, and you have to expect everything. But the only thing that I would like to make it clear and to share it and to talk about it is personal preferences. You might like olive green jacket like this one or not. You might like this car or you might not. That does not mean that this jacket is not good or this car is not good. Or the same goes to camera world. If I like the colors of this one, that does not mean that the other one is a trash. If for example, I don't shoot with Canon, and now the Canon people will be against me, but I don't like how it looks, because this is how I'm used to work. This is my way of work. Although Canon is a great camera, lots of people, lots of professionals use it, but when I started, the first camera I got was a Nikon, and I got used to Nikon cameras. So this is the main reason. And then I switched slowly, but I acquired some Fuji gears, and I love the Fuji colors, and I don't see those colors on neither Nikon nor Canon. That's why I prefer going out with the Fuji to have fun and so on. And then I discovered Sony with the great autofocus and so on. I still like Fuji colors, and I prefer Fuji colors over Sony, and we were discussing that during the Paris Photo Fair, that Fuji is still lacking behind in terms of autofocus, and they are improving some things, but it's not yet there yet. You know, the same for Nikon. The autofocus in video was not perfect, and it is still not perfect, but they improved a lot. That's why I'm not using my Nikon cameras for the videos. I use them a few times, but mainly I use Sony for the autofocus, and when I know where to put my focus, I prefer using the Fuji, to be honest. But yeah, life is about preferences, about personal preferences. And let's bring that to the action camera world. In the action camera world, there are lots of brands, even the ones that I don't mention on this channel, like Akaso, for example. And now there is a new brand called Dreamy making a modular camera. They used to make vacuum cleaning robots, and now they switched to action cameras or modular cameras. So things are different, tastes are different. When I say I like the colors of this camera, or I like this particular feature on this one that the other one may make it in a worse way, in my opinion, this does not make the other camera a trash, and that's why I have lots of them. I have the chance to get these cameras, whether sent to me for free or I buy them just because I'm curious. For example, I bought the GoPro Max 2, and before I make my videos on this camera, I returned it back. I didn't like it at all, and I know that if I'm going to make the video about it, it's gonna be a complete trash for some people who like GoPro, because I'm going to list everything I don't like, and I'm sure that I won't be using that camera, and I'm sure I'm not going to use this camera in the future. So why keeping it in the drawer? Why keeping it here when I can send it back and it can be for someone else later on? The same goes for a DJI and Insta360. When I made the video saying what I don't like about the DJI Osmo Nano, I didn't say it's a bad camera or it's a trash camera, because I still use it. Now today I'm recording with this one, but I'm still using the Nano, and it's a very good camera. That's what I said. It has flaws, and when we mention flaws, just to let the brand work on them in a better way. You might say, but you don't mention bad stuff on Insta360. Well, I used to mention bad stuff on Insta360, and I'm still mentioning bad stuff on Insta360. The last one was the mounts, and when I got this Insta360 Go Ultra, I said that I would have loved if we have internal storage. And for the battery, I said that I'm not quite sure about the battery, how it will handle for a full day and so on, but at the end the camera surprised me, and the battery was more than enough for the type of use that I'm having with this camera. Lots of people talked about overheating on the DJI Nano. I didn't encounter any, but I had lots of overheating on the Osmo 360. So why I would have imagined or created a fake flaw on a camera that I didn't encounter myself, just to make some of you happy and satisfied? I know that every camera will overheat. Even the Sony FX30, it has thresholds. It has internal fans, but it has threshold for overheating, and this is normal. If you're shooting at the highest resolution, highest frame rate, in a very hot environment, no airflow around, everything will overheat. You know, that's very common these days. We try to make things smaller, and we try to make economy on the heating dissipation techniques and elements, just to make the product lighter and cheaper and so on and so forth. So once again, this is not about a camera or a brand or whatever. On Insta360 I mentioned a lot So once again, this is not only about a camera or a brand, it's about my way of use the camera and what I like and what I don't like. I would love to have iLog on this Insta360 Go Ultra. I would love to have 10-bit, but personally these features are very good to have, but these are not something that I would use. You know, on the DJI Nano, even on the DJI Osmo 360, I said that the best color profile is the D-Log M on that camera, not the standard. But will I use the D-Log M on that camera? I doubt. Or maybe it can be like 1% of the total usage of the camera. But I will not use it because I want to make these videos quickly and I want to share them quickly as well. And this is my workflow and this is what I post, you know. Even I said that many times, even on my Sony cameras, on the Fuji cameras, I don't shoot log for my YouTube videos. I don't feel there is any interest of shooting log for that. I might shoot log for some b-rolls, for some product videos. That will be interesting, you know, to play with the colors and to have that grade on like small or short footage. But I will not do that for full video of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. For me, this is just a loss of time and I don't want that, you know. But once again, it depends on every single one, how you are used to work with your gear and what is your workflow, what are your preferences, and so on. I made a video maybe last year on the Action 5 Pro saying that do we really need to have those clouds, or we can accept having them a little bit blurry. Actually, having these clouds a bit blurry or a bit like washed out, mushed out, it's not of a big deal. It's not something that that worries me or that makes me angry or unsatisfied with the camera. And this is why I'm still using DJI cameras, even though I wish it was a bit different. Because when we shoot with, or when I shoot with these action cameras, I would like to have like a depth of field as wide as possible, as large as possible, to cover everything. And one downsides of the Insta360 is the close focus distance. It's shorter than the DJI, and if you are used to shoot with one and you will switch to the other one, you will feel the difficulties. You will feel that it's not what you are used to do because it's not your workflow. But once you start using this camera and learning how to use it, and everything will become better and better. So it's just a learning curve on each camera. It's a way of appreciating each camera. It's a way of using each camera. So yes, this is it. And okay, let's park first, we continue. So anyway, that's it for today, and I might be recording something else during the day, but we are still at 7:50 a.m. and yeah, I'll try to edit this one quickly, share it with you to know your thoughts, and see you on another one. Ciao for now.